There we go. All right. I can hear it.
See what happens when you leave Brandy in charge of things.
Oh, boy.
I'm just kidding. No, she's amazing. She does an awesome
Hey,
job.
I almost had it.
She did. She does an amazing job. I was just teasing her. This is why we need your guys' support, because we can get new stuff. And I fixed that stupid white box again, and it's back. It is cursed, and it is following me around.
Right there.
Yes, I made it black so you could see the comments.
Right. We'll just get closer to it. That's okay.
Anyways, so hey, we are talking about a very, very special man named Al Foust.
Yes.
He is a Estacada resident. Long time Estacada resident.
Long time, yes.
Oh, actually over a century.
Since the late 60s.
Well, he was over a century.
Oh, yes.
So.
Yes.
And so Al had recently had his 100th birthday.
In August, yes.
Yep. It was the Grand Marshal at the recent Veterans Parade.
Yes.
And as of a few days ago, went home to be with Jesus.
Yes.
So we are honoring him today and celebrating his life and talking a little bit about him as he wasn't just a veteran of the service. He served his time in World War II.
World War II, yes.
But he served the people a lot.
Absolutely. He was a big-time volunteer at the VA.
And I think he was a member of the Legion for...
American Legion, the Veterans of Foreign...
Longest standing ones, right?
Yes. Veterans of Foreign Wars and the church, where he would spend many, many hours with his family. And just getting to know Al over the last few years, it was, I think, when I spoke last year at his 99th birthday party at the church, it was to get up there and, me being in my 50s, to say that we'd like to honor you by being a 73-year veteran, being a member of an organization. I'm not even anywhere close to that.
Yeah, I mean...
I've only been a member for 4 years.
Yeah, and he was a member for 70, which is longer than you.
73 years last year. This year, when we went...
He's been a member almost as long as you and I have been alive together, like stacked in United Ages together.
Right.
Which, me being 21 and you being 30, I mean, that's...
Yeah. I wish.
Something like that. Anyways, so he was born in Portland, Oregon.
Yes.
In 1922.
Yes.
Really, 1922.
Oh.
That's a long time ago. And I bet you... Never mind, I won't say it. This is no politics in the show. Anyways, and so then he went to... he attended the same elementary school, middle school, and high school with the same 20 peers. Half girls, half... So is it the top half or the bottom?
Yeah, all of them.
No, it was half boys, half girls. That was good. And that he grew up with. That's cool.
And he still stayed in touch with one gentleman, Gordon.
Yeah, that's cool. And that was in Park Rose he went.
Yep.
Right on, yeah. So it was... imagine that. We have classes now of like a couple hundred sometimes.
Yes.
And he had 20.
Oh.
20 people we grew up all the way through school with.
Oh.
Was it the same school? Like one school?
Well, I think it was in the same area in Portland.
Different schools.
I don't know if it was like Little House on the Prairie where you go K through 12.
It'd be kind of cool though.
But I mean, Portland.
I mean, it was a 20.
This is 20 years before Pearl Harbor was bombed.
Yeah.
You look at it that way.
Can't imagine, like we looking back on Pearl Harbor, one day kids will look back and go, oh yeah, that's when the towers were hit.
Right, exactly.
So, let's see, he was active in band, in the orchestra. That's kind of cool.
Yep.
Oh, the trombone, yeah!
Right.
So, I've read through a lot of this, but there was a lot to read because he's got so much. I mean, when you're 100 years old, you have a lot of life history to go through. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he played the trombone. I played the trombone in school. So.
Me too.
It looked like you're carrying you know why I wanted it? It looked like I was carrying a rocket launcher to school. that lasted for like...
But over here?
Yep, exactly. That lasted for like 3 minutes. And then I realized I had to carry the stupid thing for a whole year.
But not a
That's
tuba.
my husband.
Not a tuba, though.
Oh yeah, fair enough. And then I went about 5 more minutes over. I wanted to do the drums, and then I never got a chance to. I wanted to do this one. Boom, boom. Anyway, sorry, off topic. So let's see. He was employed by a private surveyor in Portland. So, and in fact, check this out. We got a picture from Portland.
Yes.
Was it Broadway?
It was from his 99th birthday party last year.
Mm-hmm.
Someone came in with a private collection of all the photos, newspapers, and pictures of Portland, Oregon
Do you guys
in the
know what number?
1940s. Yes, that'd be good.
Yeah, I don't know which one it is. You'll have to grab it. I think it's like halfway through them.
Yeah, halfway through.
We'll find it. I didn't number them for her, so I don't blame her for this one. This is me. We'll find it eventually.
They're the ladies right there.
Yeah, they were
that's
Port
one of them.
Portland. We'll find it eventually.
Okay.
It'll come up eventually, I hope. I guess let's go top to bottom. I know I put it in there. Oh, I got the ladies twice? Oh, well, okay. Well, that's from the 1920, but there's a picture of the street from 1922. I'll see if maybe during our break we can pop it in there real quick. So 1922, he took a picture of downtown. It was really cool.
Yeah.
I want to get that up for them to see. So let's see. He was with the Army Corps of Engineers.
Well, right here, we want to make sure that we say that he was employed as a private surveyor and then went into doing maps and cartography
Oh, yeah, okay.
in the Army.
Okay.
So he went
right in the same.
right in.
Boom, right into
He was
it.
19 years old when Pearl Harbor was bombed and said, I got to go.
Yep. Okay. Makes
Instant.
sense. That reminds me a lot of what happened in September 11th. A lot of people just went straight in.
Right.
So,
Is there any comments?
Linda earlier said he was a very nice man. I missed the
was.
second one, and then she also says we were very honored to have him.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, Linda. Yeah. I got a chance. I've only met him, I think, twice.
Yeah.
Once was at his party, and then once I think was at something an event we did after that. I forget what it was. And I didn't get a chance to see him down there on Veterans Day. So.
No.
It says at the age of 19, after hearing about the bombing of Pearl Harbor, that's what you just mentioned, he joined the military. He was assigned various locations in the U.S. and U.S. Army Corps of Engineers to build hospitals, railroads, and ordnance depot. Ooh, that sounded kind of cool. Is that the one that's like they had out there in Eastern Oregon?
Yep.
Much of this
Fill
thing?
it up with bullets.
Nice. He took. Okay. He was selected to take tests in which he passed flying colors. He went to the Purdue University School of Engineering. Let's see if there's some key things in here.
Well, until they shut the school down due to we need more bodies to fight. And he was like, I'm there.
Gotcha. They're needed for D-Day.
Yep.
He was sent to the European Theater of Operations, where he served under Major General Matthew Ridgway of the 18th Corps Airborne attached to the 7th Army. And he was in the 3060th Topographic Engineers as a Sky Dragon and their glider unit. That's cool.
Isn't that cool?
That's really cool.
Yeah. Because those, not to cut you off, but you know, you have airborne wings, air assault wings. They had glider.
I think don't we have a picture of his unit? It was that.
I think it was on there, but it was the yearbook showing that.
Yeah,
If
there's
Brandon
another
could put that
picture
up
on there with
So I
it's
could
his unit.
just
I think it's towards the back.
Just explain maybe a couple paragraphs here, so everyone can get an idea of what was going on.
Oh, not that one. And you got to push the button again to turn them off.
That's the one. You're looking
there.
for.
That's
There
Portland.
it is.
There's the Portland one.
1944.
1944. Oh, then we're back to that one. You got to push it again to turn it off.
I am.
Oh, there
he is.
There's Al Faust.
This is L.
Here's again.
That's actually two of our World War II veterans at our post. That down at the B-17 Alliance.
Okay, that was at his 100th party there.
Yep.
He's actually in the chair under the hat.
There he is. That was his 99th birthday.
Yep, getting that thing. And if that's a E7 there, which was, you said it was his son or something?
That was it's a family relative.
Family
This is,
relative, okay.
the commander of the VFW.
By the way, real quick, if you notice all those stripes on his arm there,
That's quite
each
a
one
few.
for 3 years of service.
Right.
That he has over 30 years of service, that sergeant there.
Yeah.
That was
That's a
during,
recent photo with
that was
Veterans Day.
about 10 days
Yeah.
before he went to see the Lord. Okay.
There it is.
There it is. That's what we're looking for.
Okay, let me just read this, and so everyone can get an idea of what was going on in 1944 in regards to Al. It says right after this, where I was able to put this in here, it says your company, the 3060 Engineer Topographical Company Corps, was activated near the small English village of the Ogborn, St. George, on the 30th day of August 1944 for assignment to the 18th Corps Airborne. The 18th Corps, which was a new arrival in the European Theater of Operations, was placed under command of Major General Matthew Ridgway, who previously commanded the hard-fighting 82nd Airborne Division. The Corps, a part of the 1st Allied Airborne Army, had under its command at the time the two famous airborne divisions, the 101st and the 82nd. The 17th Airborne Division, which arrived in England at a later date, also joined the Corps, and later still 13th Airborne Division joined the Corps in France. So if I jump down, can't remember going through all this. Hold on, stand by here.
I love how he's wearing his medals in that.
Okay. Here you go. This is a picture of basically what Al would do. He would do this job.
We do have this picture somewhere in there.
I'm
right?
not sure. But just so people have an idea that he would daily deliver by Jeep combat operation maps to the frontline division commanders. Then here's a picture of them actually planning out in the construction of terrain models and also building up a beaver board base, which shows all of the layers.
Oh, okay.
And it was plaster Paris to make it real, so you could see a topographical.
Oh, that's cool. That better take him a long
but
time.
I mean,
to do that.
see, it starts here,
Let's
and then it goes all the way to here. But
see
go
if I
ahead.
can.
Yeah.
Which one? Where are we at? This one's right on this one. Which one are we at? On this one.
There we go. Go
Got
ahead.
that one. Trying to find the right one to go to. So there's some pictures right there.
Just up a little bit. There you go. To see everybody working on that.
Yep, there you go.
Awesome.
I thought we had a picture in there, but I may not have gotten it in.
It's okay.
So, yeah, okay. Well, he said he was in European theater. He participated in several offenses to include the I'm going to kill this. Ardennes
Yeah.
Battle of the Bulge, as well as the Battle of the Ruhr Pocket.
Yep.
Okay. He was also instrumental in the establishment of a memorial site for the burial of inmates of a liberated concentration camp. Stayed in Germany with the Army of Occupation, managing displacement persons and reconstruction until returned to the United States.
Okay. Further, Al was honorably discharged 4 years, 4 months, and 4 days after he joined the U.S. Army. Although he joined as a, quote, skinny, well-fed, he was unable to fit any of his civilian clothing.
Yeah, I remember when I went in and when I came out, I had more muscle, but I was still skinny, and my clothes didn't fit right.
Right.
I think I was much more skinnier when I came out of the. Well, at least out of basic training.
Right.
Over a couple of years, it kind of went the other way.
Yeah, of course.
I remember when I used to have the greens.
The belts got a little
when
tighter.
my greens used to fit.
Right.
They didn't fit a few years later. Al met a man at the local Elks Club who was a civil engineer, owned his own business, offered Al a job to work in Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
Illinois. That's another in bug people. Given a vehicle and equipment, Al went off to work. He basically throughout the U.S. work in different areas. In fact, I remember he kind of go globetrotting a little bit. He worked in different parts of the country.
That's a little bit further down, but yeah.
Yeah. I'm kind of
Definitely.
summarizing it.
You are right,
read
though.
paper.
Yeah.
I remember during this party he talked about he worked in like Peru and things like that and stuff. And
Right.
it was actually where I think he adopted one of his sons.
And again, I'm so grateful for the friendship with his family, his daughters, his son. It was amazing to experience his life through them, and it was just an honor. Every birthday party, the songs, we had the Hawaiian songs this year.
Oh, that was really cool.
I was like, this is just amazing, and even his sense of humor was still there, and it was great to.
Let me name some of the places he worked: Liberia, Bolivia, the Amazon, El Salvador, East Pakistan, Bangladesh, and Indonesia, the Sultanate of Oman, and Ethiopia. Those are some of the places he worked. He worked in a fair share of hotspots, is what they call it.
Right.
When they did civil unrest, coups, d'etats. What is what he said? Civil wars and revolutions. So.
Yeah.
He retired in the 1990s after, and by the way, he retired in the 1990s.
Yes.
That made him almost 80 years old when he retired. After an illustrious career,
Yes.
his wife, Bertie,
Yes, Bertie.
returned to his beloved Oregon, where he specifically to the Estacada area. Al Foust has been an active member of the Sandy and Estacada communities, including the American Legion, VFW, and his church, as you mentioned earlier. So, was on the go up to his early 90s. He would get up at 4 a.m. I heard the older you get, the earlier you get up.
True.
So I'm looking forward to 4 a.m.s one day.
You got it.
What are you out about now? What, 6?
5:30.
5:30?
5. Yeah.
So if it's the older you get, the earlier you get up. What's that say for some people?
I'd say maybe about 10 years I'll be at 4.
I know somebody gets up at 4. So he would find VA hospital to be at the VA. You get 4 him to be at the VA hospital, so you can find parking. Volunteered to the church, returning home just in time for evening news. So, right on. Spent hundreds of volunteer hours at the Oregon VA hospital in Portland. He would go no matter rain, snow, ice, or shine. He'd trek to the top of the hill. 90s, and he'd trek up that hill.
Yeah.
It's not a small hill.
No, it isn't. Driving up is.
By my truck going, I don't want to go up there.
No.
I've got to drive there a few times. So, every Wednesday, Al and Bertie were at the hospital, and this dependence and dedication you can count on. So it said, rare was a day where you just saw Al chilling at home.
Right, yeah, no.
So I saw something the other day, and it was absolutely it hit me to the core. But it says that God blesses those who are not lazy, and I think Al's life would show that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, from what I heard, he was definitely the opposite of that. Even when he deserved it.
Right. And also, we see here in a small town the gratitude that is shown towards Al, especially the few years that I had the honor to knowing Al. The Estacada City Council declared Al Foust Day a few months ago.
I have someone special to read that here.
Oh, okay.
Mayor, would you come in to read that?
Fantastic. I know this guy.
Yep.
Okay.
So we have the mayor of Estacada here, Sean Drinkwine. Mayor
Long time
Drinkwine.
no see.
Yeah, well, to know the man is one thing. To hear his name is another. He was a great guy. I mean, he did some wonderful things, and I think us all being a part of his last party was probably the most exciting thing I've done in a while, to honor a man that's done all that in his lifetime.
Yeah, I know. I mean, he's done more than 5 minutes than I've done in most of my life.
Yeah.
It's either on the screen there, Mayor. Or right here.
Okay. Well, I'll read the proclamation that the city offered up for Al Foust. Like I said, he was a great man, and he was well deserving of this day. So that said, whereas Al was born in Portland, Oregon in 1922, and at the age of 19 joined the U.S. Army following the bombing of Pearl Harbor. And whereas from 1941 to 1945, Al served in the U.S. Army and was honorably discharged. However, he continued to serve his country, humanity abroad in Libya, Bolivia, Amazon, El Salvador, East Pakistan, Bangladesh, Indonesia, Sultan Oman, and Ethiopia for the next 45. And whereas, after returning to the U.S. and permanently retiring in Estacada in 1990, Al continued to serve his country by volunteering hundreds of hours at Portland Veterans Hospital, visiting patients, boosting morale by handing out treats and phone cards, actively volunteering in his church until a stroke in 2020 slowed him down. Not too much. He was still a high-powered man. And whereas, since 1990, Al has been an active member in the Estacada community and 74-year member of the American Legion. Now, that's a proud moment right there.
Unreal.
And now, therefore, I, Sean Drinkwine, the mayor of Estacada, along with the Estacada City Council, in honor of Al's first 100 years, the man, the myth, and the legend, do hereby proclaim Sunday, August 14th, 2022, Al Fast Day in Estacada, dated this day, the 8th day of August, 2022. Signed by the mayor.
Yep.
So, like I said, he was a good man.
Yeah.
And he did a lot of things that only half of us wish we did in our lifetime.
Absolutely.
You know, and I had the privilege of meeting his family, and everybody was there, and I have to say that was a moment, an honored moment. And he still honors us to this day, here or not here. He's still everything that we promised our nation would be. So
I'm looking forward to the book and the movie.
Absolutely.
Yeah. They should make it. I mean, that man has done everything possible in his lifetime. Talk about not a wasted moment.
Right.
And the fact that his children and his wife and everybody honored him in the way they did. You know, he, like I said, the accomplishments were amazing. Amazing. You feel, when you were in the room with Al, it was more like an electric feeling because you were in the moment of greatness with somebody who's done just about everything you could possibly do. And never once did he let anybody come out of that needing anything. He was always there for them.
Right.
So that we can appreciate, huh?
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, that was really good. Thank you so much.
Well, you're
welcome to hang out on the show if you want.
Yeah,
you can go escape.
I'm going to go sit in front of the heater.
We don't have a lot of heat in our.
That's it.
We don't have a lot of heat in our in our studio.
Thank you, Mayor.
Before we get too far here, I think we have a commercial. Yeah, I think it's pizza.
Pizza.
Okay, thank you for coming back on that one here. So I think we were partially into this one here.
Yeah.
Oh, I think you said, where did you say? Okay, we read that part.
Okay.
So, in which part of this was read during his thing, so we might be covering a few things a couple times, and we
Right.
apologize for that. But do we want to make sure we're trying to be as detailed as possible?
Thorough as possible.
There, that's
but
what I'm
it would
looking
take quite a few episodes to cover Al's lifetime.
Yeah, definitely. So, and I actually meant that. I would actually be interested to see a book come out. I mean, he's been through so many places.
Yes.
And the things he's done, he's been in the middle of coups and civil wars.
When
Stories
countries were a different country back then,
Yeah.
and now they're a different name now.
Oh, exactly. Now,
East Pakistan?
I
don't
know,
remember that one.
I know that he's told those stories to people
Right.
because he mentioned it.
Right.
And so the people that he told those stories to, we need to get with them, or someone does, and get that information and put it into a book so we can have a story of Al's life, because I can imagine how interesting that's got to be. Mm-hmm. So, as mentioned, after a stroke in 2020, with no transportation, Al could be found at home. The second year, he needed a power wheelchair. Due to limitation of one caregiver and being dependent for transportation, he can no longer do things such as dedication with such dedication and heart. Al never lost his sense of humor or beauty. I think he had a friend that came and visited him every day, right?
Yes.
So, what was his friend's name again?
Gordon.
Gordon, that's what it was, okay.
Yep.
Yep, Gordon would come visit him every day, I remember that. He is now
Gordon
working...
Smith.
Yep, Gordon Smith.
Yep.
Like, Commissioner Gordon Smith? Little Batman here,
Yeah,
sorry.
exactly.
If you're watching, Gordon, sorry.
Right.
Yeah, I promoted you to Commissioner. Yeah, he is now working hard on home flower beautification. I just got into flowers. I actually understand. There's something relaxing about watering your flowers, dude. I don't know. I shouldn't admit that probably. Even at 100 years of age, he wants to start a farm. Yeah.
Yep.
Al's sense of humor continues to amaze people, and with his knowledge that is vast as the Marina Trench is deep, as someone said here. Sit and talk with him a spell, but basically this was something he's written a while ago.
Right.
But yeah, so, and I love it. Al Foust, the man, the myth, the legend.
Yep.
Perfect book title.
Absolutely.
So,
I mean, even if you left out his name, I think we'd have a pretty good idea that it was Al.
I bet you that statement originated with him.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't think people realize, even at 99 and 100, how out in the community he was with attending our American Legion meetings there with us.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I'd like to get people in their 50s and 60s there, and he was there.
He was down at the Veterans Day.
He was a Grand Marshal in our Veterans Day parade this year, and he attended the, I don't think there's anything else there, but Linda had said what an honor it was. Well, yeah, he they put the magnets on, and he was the Grand Marshal, and he stayed for the event after the ceremony afterwards.
Are we good to try to go through pictures again, or are those?
If try's good.
Let's go with try. All right, there's Al again. Okay.
Yeah. That's good hat.
Spence says, "Hi, man. I saw the man in the prairie
parade.
Parade. Oh, sorry."
And this right here, fantastic. We took a bunch of veterans. We met at the community center. We all went down on a bus. This gentleman right here, Joe, is another World War II veteran. And to have a picture of two Estacadians that fought in the same war.
World War II.
Way before our time. Even our parents' time. My dad's time.
Yeah, definitely. That's really cool. And I mean, to have a couple of those still alive in our area it's just awesome.
It is.
This was at his party. If you look, so you see the hat there, that's the top of his chair, but to the left of him is his son.
Right.
In the red hat. So he was actually there when we, excuse me.
You did
when we read the
proclamation.
Proclamation, thank you. I can't think of the word.
It's okay.
Man, the brain is not working today. So, but yeah, it was that was a really good party. I believe he really enjoyed it. I think that's his daughter to the right in the other hat.
Right, yeah, right here, and then the sun right there.
Yep.
I think there might have been another picture of all of them daking.
Yeah, let's see if we can go to the next one.
Or
I may not put them all in there because my fat head was in some of them. We're jumping through.
That's okay.
Let's just go to the next one down that line. All right.
Okay, so, this is his birthday last year at Clackamas Valley Baptist Church.
Yep.
Again, it was so welcoming. I went with the past commander of our post, and meeting Bert. Great guy. He was in the Army and the Marine Corps.
Was that blanket special made for him, or is that just a special blanket they give out in times?
Yeah, that was definitely a special blanket because you can see the VFW logo, and then it had all the services, and then the POW, and in that other picture when we were downloading or you're putting everything in there, you saw them actually hold up the blanket.
Like I said, have you ever? Was it one that they had specially made just for him?
I think so. Yeah, because
awesome.
I've never seen anything like that, and I know that was just amazing.
That's really cool. Let's go to the next one we got here. Oh, there he is, and he has the same blanket on. It looks like it's We must have been reversed on
I
both
think a
sides.
reversal.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, obviously that really mattered a lot because that was a year. The one before was a year. When
That was
99 birthday.
99, and this
So
is,
so that obviously that meant a lot to him. That's really good. And yeah, he's there. There's his son again next to him.
All right.
So, so we got next. Okay, and this right here was
his unit.
yeah, that was his unit. But this was from his yearbook, correct?
Yes, that's just something that I was able to find online, and we're able to go in, and it's just nice that the history that was provided to us by the family, and then we can actually go and dig in a little bit more with the Major General and where he was stationed in Europe. And I don't remember taking a picture. I looked for it. I know when I went with you and Terry and Sean to his birthday party back in August, there was a route of where his 18th Corps. Do you remember that?
I remember. It was that in the lobby, wasn't it?
Right.
Yeah, that was really
And
cool.
I didn't take a picture of it.
And there he is again. So what is he wearing on his neck to those medals? I was trying to look at him earlier.
That I don't know, but that's definitely the hat from the Army uniform.
That's a really cool hat.
It is.
So, but yeah, so I was trying to look and see what his medals were
right
there.
here.
Yeah,
And I believe that's the two of them right there.
Oh, right there. Yeah, with his wife on the top left there of the screen, it's him and his wife.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It was a great party, and the just the presentations from all the family members, like Sean had mentioned. It was, I went in. I was a little nervous, being the first time having to give a speech, about Al and
You did great.
and then well, not this year, but I mean last year, and I didn't feel that way after about half an hour. We ate, and then everybody's talking, and I'm just like, okay, I'm relaxed now. And this year it was easy.
Yeah.
Because everybody that was in there, plus a few more, I already met. Everybody. I knew everybody in there. It was great. It was like one big family. It was just awesome. I mean, to be there with that. It was great.
Definitely. That was really... Oh,
That's another picture from his 99th birthday. That lady that came and brought the collection of, I'm assuming that's 1944-ish, like the
Yeah,
photo
I think it actually says somewhere down the bottom, but it's covered up right now, but it's really cool.
That's amazing.
Same picture again. Oh,
Well,
apparently we're having some issues with our stuff to go further.
right.
Or I didn't add anymore. One of the two.
No.
Anyways, so yeah, those are some good photos of there of Al. And let's see where we at with our. Anything else you want to share about Al out there on there? I think we gave a pretty good summary right off the bat without going too deep into digging into where he went and some of the things that he saw there.
Right.
But we just really want to make sure we give some honor to him. And
Absolutely.
not only as a veteran, just being a good man overall and what he did for the community and for lots of stories about him and the things he did and like the volunteers he did. And I mean,
he did do 4 years in the Army, but the amount of time of his service after he served his country.
Exactly.
I mean, he did so much for this community. It's amazing.
It was. I mean, like I said, you can see a person with a heart of service, and by usually joining the service, a lot of people continue to serve afterward because it takes a certain person to do that. So, well, we have something that we have special for those who have fallen, and we always end our show with it for that. I think we're going to end a little early. What do you think?
Okay.
So I think we have a special song to play there for him. Yep. Paul Foust, we salute you. You are forever faithful, gone but not forgotten. I believe they'll be announcing his memorial date and location soon.
Yeah, it'll be here on Estacada Funeral Chapel.
Definitely. So keep an eye out for that, guys, and come and honor the man for everything he did for the community and for who he was, and support the family. And we thank you guys for joining us tonight. And we send you off with that.